Stephen, can you update us first of all with your team news?
I think it's clear, obviously, the suspensions we've got for tomorrow. John Flanagan and Alfredo Morelos unavailable. Ryan Jack, Javier Gerrard, still not available. Gareth McCauley, still not available. I think that's us. Yeah, that's us, yeah.
So you've got a few decisions to make, and will Kyle come into the thinking then for starting up front?
100%. Kyle will lead the line for us tomorrow. I don't think there's any secrets there. Comes into the game in really good form, in a good place. And he's the type of player that, you know, Villarreal won't be used to playing against on a weekly basis. He brings different strengths and attributes than your typical La Liga striker. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him play tomorrow. Great stage for him, great stage for all the players, and they've all earned the right for this opportunity to play against such a good team.
Now that you're in the group stage, what would constitute success for Rangers this season?
I think it's important we take one game at a time. I think we're the underdogs in the group in terms of people's opinions from the outside, but inside the dressing room we have a quiet confidence about us and a belief that we can cause an upset and a shock and try and get out of the group. But you know, I'll always say the same thing. It's important to face what's in front of you, and it's Villarreal right now. But of course, we're not here to make the numbers up. We want to try and challenge the group and see where we end up.
Stephen, when you look at the stage you're playing at tomorrow, and you know the teams you're facing, does this sort of highlight to you how far you've taken this club so far, and the work that you've done in the first few months in your job? Yeah,
I don't think this game tomorrow highlights how far I've took the group. I think it highlights how far the team have come themselves, and how much they've grew and how much hard work and effort they've put in to deserve this stage. But we all believe it's where this club should be. You know, we're a huge football club who's had difficult times. I don't think many give us a chance to get to this stage. And it's quite good, we're in a good place. If teams want to underestimate us or write us off, it's fine. What's important to me is the players and what's happening in the dressing room. And I can see a togetherness growing, I can see a team growing, and I'm happy where we are at this stage.
Santi Cazorla said this morning that he sees you as a reference in football, as a footballer. How do you see him? How do you feel about him coming back to football and having him in front of you tomorrow?
I wish he wasn't facing us tomorrow. He's a fantastic player, a very difficult opponent. I'm very happy that he has come through the big injury that he suffered. The respect's certainly mutual. I think he's a player that has achieved so much in his career. Great footballer on the eye to watch, and I'm so pleased that he can continue his career. I think he's great for the game and a superb player.
Every time we have a visiting British team, there's always talk in the press about this British style, say football, like long balls or whatever. How do you see that as a manager, as a player that didn't play that football, and how would you like your Rangers to look like? And la segunda parte de la pregunta.
Como el perfil de técnico, ¿te gustaría entrenar aquí en un fútbol como el español?
Yeah, and maybe given your profile as a manager, would you ever like to coach a Spanish team in La Liga, perhaps in the future?
I think one step at a time in terms of being a manager. I think what's important is when you're a manager, you have to play to your strengths. You know, you have to look at the players that you have in the dressing room, find out your strengths and your weaknesses. And obviously we're very new, very young team together, so we've been working on a style, and the style is not to play long. We want to try and play football as much as possible, but at the same time, if we can get an advantage with a long ball, I'll use it. I'll play to the strengths. It's not about me and everything looking great on the eye, it's about winning. So I'm prepared as a manager to do what it takes to win.
Stephen, you had a rather eventful night in Ufa last time out. How important is it that you don't allow the sort of indiscipline that affected you in Russia come back to haunt you this time?
Yeah, I mean, I've just answered this question a few minutes ago, and I'm thinking of not using the word discipline in the team talk before the game, because every time I use it we seem to lose someone or lose two people or get yellow cards, so I'm thinking of not mentioning the word before the game and see if it works in our favour. But yeah, it's vitally important against top opposition. I think the level is going to go up now that we're in the group stages. We expect the level to go up, playing against a fantastic team. And I think my players, it's time they respected each other and helped each other by remaining on the pitch as 11 players. That certainly gives you a better chance.
Kyle, I saw on Twitter you were posting the other day about the challenges that you've overcome in the last year. It's been a pretty huge 12 months for you, and getting your move to Rangers, birth of your child, and everything else that you've overcome. How much would it mean to you if you could cap that off with a goal and a performance and a result tomorrow night?
Yeah, I think it would probably top off a really great year for me, to get a return back to the club I supported growing up. It's a dream come true again. Not many people get the chance to play for Rangers once. I've been lucky enough to play for twice, so everything that went wrong before, I'm going to put it right this time and give 110% in every game.
Kyle, with Morelos out tomorrow, how big of an opportunity do you see this for yourself to stake a claim in the manager's eyes that you're the number one striker?
Yeah, obviously having Alfredo missing is a big blow to us, but it gives myself a chance to come in and show the gaffer what I'm capable of doing. I'm confident in my own ability to cause problems in their defence, and if I'm given a chance to put one away, so hopefully obviously it goes my way tomorrow night and we walk away with the result that we want.
How beneficial is it to have both strikers, Kyle, to have you and Morelos in that competition to drive each other on, keep each other moving forward, and you know that if you slip up, you've got another top striker there that can come in and take your place?
I think first and foremost it's very important. This question's for me, yeah?
Both.
Okay. I think it's important that I address this one. Both Kyle and Alfredo, they're not in competition. They're both Rangers strikers. They're both very good teammates who get on exceptionally well. There'll be times when Alfredo starts and Kyle comes into the game. There'll be time when Kyle starts and Alfredo comes into the game, and there'll also be times when they play together. But we're all trying to achieve the same thing, the main objective, and that is to be successful for Rangers. So there's no competition in any units within the team or the squad. Of course there's competition for places, which is healthy, but they've both got a huge part to play, and that's to both give everything they've got every time they're called upon and try and post as many numbers as they can in terms of goals to help the team be successful.
Kyle, how much do you think you've improved as a player since you were last playing with Rangers in European competition in the first spell?
I think I've matured probably as a player. Playing abroad in Switzerland and Italy has probably helped my game come on massively. And obviously playing for Northern Ireland and the big tournaments, it obviously helps me as well. But I think overall, my maturity on the pitch has probably come around in leaps and bounds.